Hello there everyone, the Jedi Brick here. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars set 75378 Barc Speeder Escape. This set came out on May 1st of 2024 and retailed for $30 here in the United States. And this is our one of the first actual Order 66 sets. So let me explain. This scene in The Mandalorian is a flashback to the Jedi Purge from the Revenge of the Sith, and it is clearly depicting the Order 66 scene and everything. This happens after Palpatine makes the clones execute the Order. You have Collar and Beck trying to get Grogu off world. So this is really our first Order 66 set. We also have the Brickheads Commander Cody out right now with the hologram, so that one is also technically an Order 66 set, but these are really our first two actual implied um, versions of Order 66 in LEGO, which I think is very, very cool and opens up a door of possibilities for the future of LEGO Star Wars, where we can get more sets depicting this scene in Revenge of the Sith. We can get Galactic Marines, we can get Commander Bly. There's a lot of other clones that we don't have yet that could be introduced with more sets like this. But with all that said, this is an 8 plus set and it has 221 pieces and it has 4 minifigures if you want to count Grogu as a minifigure. You have the brand new Collar and Beck and the two 501st Clone Troopers. You have the main build of the Bark Speeder and you have a little side build of a lamp post, I guess. Very weird inclusion for a set like this, but anyways, the front of the box here depicts Collar and Beck flying Grogu away from the Jedi Temple. You have the two 501st Clone Troopers blasting him. Not very good aim because he's kind of shooting at that lamp there. You have the Mandalorian box art here with the orange stripe, and I do think that is necessary for a build like this because this scene is a flashback in Mandalorian Season 3. Taking a look at the back of the box, though, you can see the speeder from a different angle. You can see how you can attach Grogu's pram right there. You have Collar and Beck with both of his lightsabers, and you have the 501st shooting at him. You also have a picture of the flick fire or the stud shooters right there at the top. So, very nice little set for $30, but let's take a look at these minifigures. So the first and the best minifigure we have here is Colorin Beck. So this is a very, very nice looking minifigure. He has a brand new torso and leg print. I believe that face is exclusive to this minifigure as well. You can see he does have two lightsabers there, his own lightsaber being the green one, and the blue one being a fallen Jedi's lightsaber. And he does have this really nice brown cape as well. It's a spongy one, very flexible and it can move around. If I lift this up, you can see he does have a bit of back printing, and if I get the light just right, you can see some of that gold printing right there at the top, which is very, very nice. He has that belt printing too that goes from the front to the back as well. That face print is very nice as well. You get his nice goatee, and you get the lines on his face as well. And if I zoom in on the torso, you can really see all that detail. If I move it just right, you can really see that shine, and that just looks amazing. I love the detail on this torso. They really could have just reused a Mace Windu one with the dark tan robes, but they went ahead and they made a brand new print just for Collar and Beck, and I love the gold. It gives me like a High Republic vibe, which I think is very, very cool for this minifigure. And it's also great to see Ahmed Best return to Star Wars. If you guys did not know, Ahmed Best was the actual actor for Jar Jar Binks in the sequels, and he took a long break from Star Wars after all the hate that he got from that character. But he also returned as Collar and Beck in The Mandalorian Season 3, which is a great, great return for the character. The next minifigure, if you can really call it that, here we have Grogu or Baby Yoda. This is the same version of Grogu we've been getting since his first appearance in the original Razor Crest, so nothing new here with this minifigure. I don't really know how I feel about this minifigure anymore. When it came out in the original, Mandalorian sets, I always thought it was really cool looking. I thought it was really cute. But after seeing some of the shorts that LEGO Star Wars has put out on their YouTube channel with Grogu, they use this like weird looking mold for him, and I really wish we got something closer to that instead of this version that uses the torso from the Lego City Babies and the exclusive, or not the exclusive mold, the brand new mold for this character. So, kind of wish we got something closer to that we see in the shorts. But this isn't a horrible minifigure by any stretch of the imagination. I do like the head, the little rubberized ears and everything looks very adorable. No printing on the back of the minifigure that you can see the Lego logo right there. He does have a bit of printing there on the torso though to make it look like his pajamas or whatever he wears throughout the show. So it's not a bad minifigure. I just wish we got something like we saw on the YouTube shorts. So the final minifigures we have here in this set are the 501st Clone Troopers, and I want to make one thing very clear. These are the ones with the helmet holes. So these aren't the same ones that we got in the 501st Battle Pack in 2020. These ones are a bit different. Everything else about them is the exact same though, so that might be a turnoff for some of you guys who want this set, but hate helmet holes. You are going to get those in this set. But other than that, these are really nice minifigures. My one complaint about these minifigures overall is they don't have blue arms. And I've mentioned this before in almost all my videos that have these guys in them. I really wish they would have given the Clone Troopers colored arms. So usually when I get these minifigures, I just swap out the arms for the ones of their respective legion. So I'm going to swap these ones out for blue arms, just because I do think it adds to the minifigures. One other thing to add about these minifigures is they both come with the newer head prints for the Clone Troopers, which I do think looks very, very nice. No alternate faces for either of these guys, of course, but the printing on their torsos is very, very nice. I love getting more of these guys in sets, and a few more clones to my army can't hurt. Now, before we talk about the actual Barc Speeder, we do have this one side build to discuss first. This is the coveted lamp that comes in the set, and it is a nice lamp, I guess. I don't really know why they included it in here. I think it's just to justify the $30 price point, which I do think is a little bit too high for a set like this. For the four minifigures and the Barc Speeder build, I think this would have been a $25 set, maybe. But they did put this in there to kind of justify the price just a little bit more. Not a horrible build for a lamp. I mean, you have this really big like post right there. It's all built on a 4x4 plate. So it's not horrible. You do have this jumper plate right there in the back if you wanted to, I guess, place a clone or a minifigure there. So I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think it needed to be here, but I also don't really hate it. The last side build we have here is Grogu's Pram, and this is a very nice small little build. Uses less than 10 pieces, I think, and it is very, very nice for the minifigure. Has that 4x4, or the 2x4 jumper plate in there. You just place Grogu right on the center there, and he fits in nice and well. I think this is perfect to the scale with Grogu, and it is very nice looking for him. You have a 2x4 on the bottom as well that you can add to the Barc Speeder. They also include this little dish piece to add there if you want to just keep it on the ground, and that is able to support the whole thing, so you can just slide it on the ground a little bit easier. It is very, very nice. It has some dark red accents with the white and gray. I like this a lot. This is the second time I believe we've gotten a pram for Grogu other than an advent calendar themed one, so this is a very nice inclusion. And now to the actual Barc Speeder build itself. This is a very, very nice build for a Barc Speeder. We've seen quite a few of these in recent years. We've seen them in the 501st Battle Pack, and we also got one in the Bad Batch Shuttle. So this one is kind of reminiscent of those two that we've seen in the past. It has a lot of the same building techniques, especially with this main part right here, but there is some differences, of course, and you also have this sidecar as well, where you can fit Grogu. So just like shown on the box, you can fit Grogu in there. He does fit in there on those two 1x2 jumpers. He just fits him right there. This piece can kind of move a little bit, but it's supposed to be angled inwards that little bit, where both of those slopes are kind of touching. This is a very nice build for the sidecar. If I just pop this off here, it's connected by a few Technic pieces. So you can see that does have a sticker right there in the front. That one wasn't too hard to put on. Wasn't really a big concern. I don't hate that piece that much. You do have this little ski on the side though for aerodynamics, I suppose. You have these nice newer pieces there in white to kind of get that overall kind of curved um, paneling on the back. You have these two hinges right here that connect to the main Barc speeder. And here's a look at it from the bottom. You have some of these clear pieces there to make it slide on the ground a bit more easier for play. Now taking a look at the actual Barc speeder here, this is a very, very nice build. Like I said, it's very reminiscent to the older Barc speeders that we have gotten. It does have these two stud shooters on the front. All you gotta do is push on that dark gray piece, and you can send off those red stud shooters, or the red studs, to never see them again. You have these two white skis in the front as well. You have this really nice dark red piece that goes all the way up to the actual seating area. You have collar and back right there. He can hold those controls. It is a bit different than the other Barc speeder ones. They have like these giant levers, I guess, that they hold on to. But I think I prefer this more anyways. You are able to fit the cape on him. I just think it looks better without the cape on him because it kind of bunches up there at the bottom. And I don't really think that looks that good. But here on the back we have the two engines. Those pieces are stickers right there. Again, I don't hate it. I just wish it would have been printed. They weren't that hard to put on, but it's not a huge deal. And right there, that's also a sticker with the white and the dark red on the top. Flipping this around though, you can see the red engines, and I do think that looks very good as well. So overall, this is a very nice build for the Barc speeder, and you can just attach that right there with those black Technic pins, and there you go. In the beginning of the scene in the show, it's also shown that a clone trooper was riding in this sidecar, and I don't think it looks that good with the clone trooper sitting there. I think this was obviously built for Grogu in the set, but you can sit a clone trooper there as well. I just don't think it looks that good. Of course, you can fit one in that part, but not really a huge fan of the clone sitting in the sidecar. Just looks a bit too big for him. There's nothing really for him to hold on to. It's, you can have him leaning back a bit like that. Sure, if you modify it, it would look better. Just out of the box, I don't think it looks that good for the clone trooper. So here is everything that you get in this set. You have the 4 minifigures with Grogu there. And like I said, this set retails for $30 here in the United States. Now also for that price, you can get the new Clone Trooper Battle Pack with the 4 Clone Troopers and the Battle Droids. So compared to that, I don't think this set is really the best price, kind of comparing it to a Battle Pack, but I also don't think it's too overpriced, if that makes sense. Sure, you're getting less minifigures in this set, but you're also getting a very nice build, some really cool characters, and there's a lot of play value in this set. So with that, I don't think it's a horrible set for $30, but if you're on the fence about this one, I think I would wait for it to be on sale. I'm sure Walmart is getting this one on clearance or rollback very, very soon. So I would just wait if you're on the fence about it. In terms of buying multiple of these, this really is not the set for that. Sure, it comes with 2 clone troopers, but you don't really need an army of Grogus and Collar and Becks. So, this is one set that I would maybe only buy one of. If you want another one, go for it, I guess. But this really isn't the set to army build. But anyways, with all that said, I think I'm going to give this set an 8 out of 10. I think it's very close to being a perfect LEGO Star Wars set. It is just missing a few things for me. I think they could have gotten rid of the lamp. They could have, knocked the price down by like $5 or something. Maybe included another minifigure. I'm not sure who they would include in this set. Maybe a third clone. I don't really know. But I think it is missing just something for me to make it a perfect LEGO Star Wars set. It is good, by all means. I love the build for this one. It's a very cool Barc Speeder build. It's very unique looking, which I think is very cool. But again, I think it's just missing something for me. But with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Barc Speeder Escape set, one of our very first Order 66 sets, and hopefully the first of many. With all that said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. Love to have you guys subscribe and check out some more of my videos, which should be popping up on the end screen right about now. But with all that said, I'm the Jedi Brick. Peace out. Bye.